I get asked all the time, hey, Sarant, if those anti China content creators are just spreading misinformation and lies about China, how could they possibly have so many supporters? Well, let's talk about it. 大家好，我是 Surant 在中国. Hey everyone, it's Surant in China. How y'all doing today? I hope you're having a lovely day. I'm having a fantastic day over here in China, as usual, and a big part of that is thanks to all my fantastic viewers and supporters. And hey, if you wanted to become a supporter, it's really easy. You could become a channel member for the price of a cup of coffee per month, and that would earn you early access to all of my videos as I make them. You could buy me a cup of coffee at one of the barcodes or links down in the description. That would be fantastic. Or very easily, you could just remember to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And if you like the content I'm making, throw a guy a thumbs up. It goes a long way in showing YouTube that people are watching my videos, and then they will share them with more people. Thank you so much, everyone. And now let's get to an actually very related topic. Now, there are a lot of anti China and misinformation websites, content creators, and news agencies out there. And there are very specific reasons for this. Of course, very recently during COVID, the world was looking for a scapegoat. They wanted someone to blame for the problems that they were experiencing, and China became a very easy target. And these unscrupulous content creators and media agencies knew this and used that knowledge to be able to create content that they knew would strike a chord with these people that had hate inside them. And they profited from it. It was very, very easy to get viewers and subscribers when you were giving them the justification for their own inner hate and problems. Now, was this justified? Absolutely not. And that's probably why so many of those channels and news agencies have since dropped off dramatically. But they still do exist, but they're having to come up with all new information or recycle very, very old misinformation in order to keep their channels going and hopefully become profitable. This question about, well, they have over 1 million subscribers. How could they possibly have that many subscribers if they're just lying and spreading misinformation? Well, there's a few different reasons that people might want to unnaturally inflate their YouTube channels. In particular, is to get access to advertising money and affiliate links so that they can advertise different products on their channel in the hopes that their viewers will click those links and they will earn some commissions from them. But I think the biggest reason these days why these content creators want to quickly and massively inflate their numbers is there is a $1.6 billion fund created by the US government specifically for news agencies and content creators in order to encourage them to spread anti China misinformation and hatred because it fits their political agenda. This is not top secret information. You can look this up yourself. Do a quick Google search on the $1.6 billion US anti China fund. You'll find tons of information, even from US government agencies, about it. So it does exist. So by unnaturally inflating those numbers, that gives you a better chance, or at least they hope, in being noticed by that fund manager who might throw you a few bucks to continue the bad works. So, how would a person go about doing that? How could you inflate your numbers? Well, like I said, using terrible keywords is a good way to get people to notice your videos and to come and subscribe because it gets their attention very quickly. Or you could use a website that sells subscribers. And no, I'm not kidding. There are tons and tons of companies out there that will typically use bots and AI in order to create millions and millions of fake email accounts in order to have those email accounts go out, create YouTube accounts, and click subscribe on your channel. But it costs a pretty penny. And in the long run, if you are suspected of doing this, YouTube will investigate. And not only could you be canceled and have your channel completely disappear, if you were making money from YouTube by doing this, you could be charged with fraud. Let's take a look now at one of these websites that actually does this. So here we're looking at Views for You. Now, for regular subscribers, let's say you wanted to get 1,000 subscribers. You would pay $54, and in 5 days, you would have 1,000 new subscribers. Would they be viewers? No. They're just bots that click subscribe. So when it comes to becoming an affiliate on YouTube, if you're trying this with a brand new channel, it simply wouldn't work. Because getting 1,000 subscribers is the least of your worries. In order to become a YouTube partner, you need 4,000 viewing hours per calendar year. Not 4,000 minutes, 4,000 hours. So you would need people watching a minimum of 11 full hours of your videos every single day for an entire calendar year before you would even be considered for the Google AdSense and the partnership money that people who are monetized and YouTube can expect to receive. It is a very, very difficult hurdle to overcome. And that's why, in fact, out of these 64 million YouTube creators out there right now, less than 6% have ever achieved partner status. It is very, very difficult to do. So why would you buy 1 million subscribers like this? To do so, to buy 1 million subscribers in this way would cost you over $54,000, by the way. But if it could get you to a point where either the big advertisers or that government agency noticed you, it could be worth a lot more than 54,000. Though, like I said, you are putting yourself at risk. So how could a person tell if somebody is using these artificial methods in order to gain subscribers? Well, it's as simple as taking a look at those anti-China channels and comparing the number of subscribers to the actual numbers of views that their videos are getting. Here's an example. I have blurred these people out because I am not going to give them a single solitary view, whether it is out of anger or out of curiosity from any of my viewers. I'm sure you all know who these people are anyway. But this person claims to have 1.4 million subscribers. Okay. So if we look at the recent videos, 13,000 views, 40,000 views, 32,000 views, 40,000 views, 29,000 views, 110,000 views, 127,000 views, 134,000 views, etc. So this person claims to have 1.4 million subscribers, but is getting way less than 10% of those subscribers actually watching their videos. So, did they pump up their channel just for the clout to make people believe them more, to give them more of a sense that this person knows what they're talking about? Did they do it to get the advertisers that they do have on their channel to sell their garbage products? Or are they hoping that the US government will see this and say, wow, 1.4 million subscribers, we need to give this guy some money to encourage him to make more? Better hope that they don't look at your viewer counts. Let's take a look at another one. Another very popular anti-China channel, 750,000 subscribers. But once again, when we look at the views, 74,000, 78,000, 49,000, 23,000, 68,000, 88,000, 63,000, etc. Again, barely reaching on a very irregular level, that 10%. So, what are the other 90% of your supporters and subscribers doing if they're not watching your channel? Why would they subscribe to your channel and then just never come back and watch your videos? It really makes me wonder if there was an ulterior motive. Let's look at one more. So here we've got another famous anti-China channel with just a modest 205,000 subscribers. But when we look at the views, 400 views, 85,000, that must have been a good video. They must have had some premium keywords in that one. But then we get back to 1.8 thousand, 21,000, 15,000, 940, 1,500, 5,200, etc. So again, there's that huge discrepancy between the number of subscribers and the actual numbers of viewers. And this does not always have to be the case. If we look at a couple of my favorite channels, for example, that do actually have millions of subscribers, you'll see that it's a completely different story. So let's go over here and take a look at one of my favorite channels, that being the More Best Ever Food Review Show. The guy's name is Sunny. His content is entertaining, it's amazing, and there's no need for me to blur him because I have no doubt that since he's not making his fortune from hating on people, that he would have no problem with me promoting his channel. And yes, you should all go and join his channel. He's awesome. But when we look at him, 3.44 million subscribers. And if we look at his recent videos, today, 1.5 million views, 1.3 million views, 2.6 million views, 1.1 million views, 2.5 million views, 1.5 million views, 2 million views, 2.9 million views, etc. This guy has the majority of his subscribers coming back to watch his videos. I would consider that a success. I would consider that there is no need for him to artificially pad his channel, nor is he looking for advertisers or for that illicit government money from the United States. Let's look at another channel, another one of my favorites here. This is Mr. Beard Meets Food. It's a channel about eating food, obviously, but people love this guy, and it is well deserved. He has 5.5 million subscribers, and if we look at his views, from 15 hours ago, he's got 1.1 million views. From 7 days ago, 4.3 million, 4.8 million, 4.5 million, 5.1 million, 5.4 million, 8.2 million, 3.4 million, etc. His subscribers are watching his videos. There would be no need for this person to artificially inflate anything. He is absolutely a success, and once again, you should go over and subscribe to his channel. It is amazing. So when people ask me, and they do ask me a lot, how could they possibly have 1.4 million subscribers if they're just lying and talking shit about China? Well, there's a bigger story to it than that. I highly suspect that they are investing money in artificial subscribers in order to either attract affiliates who they can try to flog their snake oil and dog shit and make some commission off of potential sales, or they are desperately hoping to be noticed by the US government, who will pay them in order to continue making their content. However, this all falls down because if I could figure out that a channel with 1.4 million subscribers is only getting 10% or less of their subscribers watching their videos, it doesn't make sense to offer anything other than a, yeah, better luck next time, see you later. And on that note, I am going to get around to my next video. I found a really cool piece of technology being developed here in China by Huawei. I can't wait to share it with you. I can't wait to get a piece of this technology myself. It is incredibly exciting. Look forward to the next video. I will be definitely talking about it. But for now, I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of the day. The sun is shining and the temperature is finally starting to come down a little bit. It's getting to the great time of year here in South China. So for now, I'm going to say thank you all for joining me, and we will see you in the next video. Zai Jen.